Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu and welcome to a Company Heroes 2 match, which is really exciting because Nicholas is yellow, playing on Samoski as the OKW, versus Nosmarkov, playing as the British on Samoski, the currently highest ranked auto match game going on in Company Heroes 2, being streamed live on Twitch. If you're watching me on YouTube, go track me down on Twitch. It's not very hard to find the link, it's in the description under. Look, it's Royal Artillery Regiment. Haven't seen this in a little while. Observation Detachment, quote-unquote Valentine. Artillery Support Group, quote-unquote Sexton. Great, great. Nicholas is decent, says only one. Decent. More like amazing. More like unstoppable. And they both just have Folks and Tommy bulletins. And, well, I actually haven't seen the Spring Samoski map in a while. I think it's better when the water is frozen. It makes it a better map. Less choke pointy. Here's our first engagement of the game. Sturm Pioneers get some unlucky hits in red cover, but get some pretty good damage on the Tommies, so it's a bit of an even fight. And the Tommies hop into the building, and it looks like they'll probably... Whoop, I was about to say they'll probably win the fight, except that they lost a model real early on, so now it's even again. And, we'll see who wins. I guess now these guys fuck it up. I wanted nobody to interfere, because my prediction was that it was even. But now it's fucked up, and we have a Kubel out. So a Kubel out second after the Volkswagen squad. And not a bad choice on this map, a very large map. And so you want to be doing some very quick capping, especially this fuel off in the boondocks that you want to track down at one point. And a Kubel wagon is a perfect tool for that. Oh, so yes, so excellent. Yes, drive all over the map and capture all those points. Those delicious fuel points. Tommies hop out of this building. There's no reason to stay in that longer than the fight. You need to be capping some stuff ASAP. Get yourself onto the map. Get some excitement going. Fox Radio really does some fucking breakdancing to commemorate the death of that model. And once again, the British player is going to win this fight in virtue of having shot up, in virtue of having two infantry units in the fight. So the British player is doing a real good job of managing having overwhelming superiority in these fights and also being able to cap, although the German is of course outcapping a little bit in virtue of not always having two people in those fights, and also in virtue of keeping these Sturm Pioneers on the field even after they lost that fight. Pretty good that they didn't run all the way back to base. They were able to stick around and cap some stuff, which is very important in the early game. We look at plus 26 versus plus 16 for the Germans versus the British fuel, and then plus 31 versus plus 26 for the munitions. So there's that. I thought there were a unit down here, like, fighting, but that's not happening. The Kubel wagon pushed off a bit. Sturm Pioneers still on the field, even after being pushed off by the infantry section a second time. And they're capping the VP. Cool stuff. It's going to be a while till the Kubel gets repaired, though. That's the downside of these huge maps. Your Sturm Pioneers are someplace, your Kubel some other place. Never the twain shall meet, poor Romeo and Juliet sort of thing going on. Star-crossed lovers, feuding families, Baz Luhrmann, movies starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Paul Rudd. Who played Juliet in that movie? That's gonna annoy me. Luckily I have a telephone. I'll look it up on my telephone. Baz Luhrmann. Actually, while I do this, let's follow the Kubel. Oh, no, it's not moving. While I do this, let's follow the Bren. Baz Luhrmann, Romeo, and Juliet. Kate Winslet, says Wretched Knave. Thank you. What the hell did I come into? The answer is you came in to a Vickers upgraded Bren carrier, pounding away at this rather resilient, but not entirely resilient wooden house containing four, since one of them recently died, Folks Grenadiers. And that's exactly what you should have expected from a TychoCelchuuu stream. Man, Bren carrier very resilient compared to the Folks Grenadiers, taking some hits but losing almost nothing off its health. It's doing some damage. I guess, look, their health bar is going down. I can't complain too much about this. They do pick a Tommy off. That's really good. I guess maybe they were being focus fired. It's hard to know, but German player being probably going to be pretty happy with how... Oh, Jesus! I don't know about hopping in the building again. I also don't know about bringing the Kubel up. This is an interesting choice. He's really going fucking ham on this. I don't know why it says they're in red cover. They're clearly in green cover. This is very strange. Here we have a... Oh, that's why the German player was going so ham. They have two Volkswagens coming from behind, so now it's do or die for the fucking Brent. It's got to chase down the Kubel and destroy it and maybe make it out alive. Probably not even going to do that. It's been fausted, so it's fucked. The only chance right now is that these infantry sections inflict some damage on these folks to make them pay, and they were making a really bad choice to run down, honestly, into the red cover. That was a horrific choice right there. Very good flame grenade into that building, but horrific choice. Jesus, the Volkswagen Grenadiers are taking so much damage they might even not be able... Oh, another Faust to finish it off. That was probably a good use of munitions. Your opponent did dump a lot of munitions. Oh, Jesus, that Tommy squad could go down to the Kubo if it's not careful. Yeah, your opponent did dump a lot of munitions into that Vickers, so it makes sense to pay them back with the Fausts, but would have been nicer if the German player had managed to do that without the double Faust. And an infantry support gun's been built. Surprise! Nails somebody on the first shot. That's not super common. Oh boy, and there's a Vickers in here, and the Kubel's not going to make it out. I lied, it made it out. That's the power of the road. You reverse yourself down a road, and map control is looking pretty British. Pretty British indeed. Oh, Stern Pioneers for the first time, I think, have retreated, right? I'm not making that up? I may be making that up. They were here earlier, which means they may be retreated. But if that's not the first time, it's the second time, so that's still not a lot of times. That's about as many times as are on the cover of Time magazine, which is one time. Maybe it says time more than once on the cover of Time magazine. Maybe it says it in small print somewhere. British building an AT gun. That's a thing. What's the German tech look like? Just a battle group headquarters. I don't know what you're scared of. Some sort of AA half-track or something? I feel like the German map control hasn't been so amazing that you would expect them to bust out with a fucking vehicle, but always be prepared seems like the British motto. British and Boy Scouts. Similar in so many ways. Homophobic. Always prepared. Very squiffy. Super squiffy. Please just click on this. I want to say, it would be interesting. There's no reason to click on it until you have 30 CPs, because that's the cheapest thing you get from it, but still. This is an interesting house hop. The idea here maybe to delay the folks while the other Tommies show up, maybe get a bit of damage on them, but you're taking damage too. Here we go. Special Ops Doctrine. Very straightforward. How many kills does the... So 3 kills on the Kuba wagon. I feel like it's been pretty useful aside from those 3 kills. It's been doing a lot of capping and a lot of shooting. So that's always nice to see. But the German player really needs to get some capping done. We're getting a second infantry support gun, so that's only going to support more passive play on the part of the German. Jesus, it turns out the AT gun was an investment that paid off. Woo! Nobody saw that one coming. Whew! Huge surprise there. Don't think it was even worth it to kill the Kubo, but still, that's a pickup the British player is going to be very happy with. And now the question is how to convert that into something more. If the Germans just keep running around like this and capping back the map, that won't be great. They did pour a lot of manpower into these 2 infantry support guns, but if the British don't have the manpower to keep these squads from bleeding to death, then it's possible that the Germans will come back and take the map. We'll see. We'll see. Where are the infantry support guns? Probably the folks are sticking around. Just kidding. I thought they were sticking around so the infantry support guns could get a bead on the Vickers. But the Vickers is already moving. Very good. Probably the AT gun should have been moving long ago. I don't know again what it's waiting for. Shut up, British announcer. But yeah, so it's all going to come down to how well the British can hold on to the map and how well they can fight against these 2 infantry support guns, which are going to have to be the linchpin of the German attack because there's nothing else they have, just a lot of infantry. And a Ricketton. What's the teching on the German or the British side look like? Since when do we have this thing? What are we building? We're building another Vickers. Okay, well, everyone's very content to sit at low tiers. We're going to be 10 minutes in without anything impressive being built. And that's just the way I like it. Man, German capping power is severely reduced by having these two things and not having a Kubel anymore. Poor dearly departed Kubel. You ever think this map, like the purple hue on this map, reminds you of the Total War games? Like, especially Napoleon Total War, but all the Total War games are super fucking purple. And Rome 2 Total War. All the new engine ones, ever since Empire Total War, are just super fucking purple. And it's exactly this kind of purple. So I'm thinking, because Sega owns Relic and the Total War people, I think they just shared the purple tech. That's my hypothesis. Because this is so fucking purple. Look at it. Like, why is this map so purple? We have an MG34 from the Germans after the Raketen? So strange. So strange not to see any teching. We're sitting on 200 fuel for the British and 115 fuel for the Germans. Neither player wanting to dump any fuel into anything, just content to run around with these infantry squads. And these fucking infantry support guns, which don't have any kills. 2 kills on one of them. That first barrage, with that first one, I think got the 2 kills. And since then, jack fucking squat. Absolutely nothing. And the folks have been doing all the work. Jeez. Oh boy. You're really getting picked off by these Volksgrenadiers. These are MVP Volksgrenadiers here in the building. 7 kills. Don't underestimate the Volksgrenadiers. They almost wiped the squad. That was insane. That was only the Volksgrenadiers. No infantry support gun help there. Don't underestimate them. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're holding out against like 18 squads. I don't know. The fucking Vickers was shooting at, but it packed up a little early, and now these folks are here. This is looking... The German players actually not capturing a lot of points, but doing pretty good bleeding some manpower from the UK. Yikes. This is weird. This is a very awkward situation. Machine gun versus machine gun until these things just blow this out of the fucking sky. Jesus, they keep overshooting. This is gross. What just fell? Oh, he picked it! He picked it! He picked the artillery thing! And now he wasted 100 munitions to force a retreat. I guess that wasn't a waste. It's gonna force... Geez, don't fucking kill yourself. Does that artillery not do friendly fire? Apparently. It's got that sweet, sweet only kills German munitions loaded into it. It's coated with... What do Germans not like? Spicy food. It's coated with spicy food. I guess the British don't like spicy food either. What's something that would work against Germans but not British people? It's coated with World War I war reparation bills. But yeah, he picked the artillery doctrine, the Royal Artillery Regiment. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what worthless bullshit this fails to accomplish in the rest of the game, because there's got to be a reason nobody ever picks this, right? Okay, these infantry guns still don't have any kills. These were, I feel pretty confident in saying these were a terrible mistake, the likes of which the German player is unable to, or is unlikely to repeat later in the game. It's unlikely they'll be able to make as big a mistake as they've done by building these 2 infantry support guns, because they just can't cap anything on the fucking map. They can barely push on the fucking map because they have to use infantry support guns. All it's good for is forcing your opponent to, like, move the Vickers every once in a while. It's not the dynamic sort of brutal lightning force attack that you need in this situation. You need to push your opponent off the map, and you can't do that with 2 infantry support guns, or even with 2 MG34s, although the MG34s are maybe not an awful choice, because your opponent's very infantry heavy, so they at least can force your opponent off the map more effectively by catching your opponent, and they have to retreat from it, whereas the infantry support gun, they just have to move gently around in relatively random motion so they don't get hit. Oh, finally they're doing something. They're gonna wipe out this machine gun, I guess. It's somehow really low health. Oh, even that gets out. That's insane. And it's not even retreating. Interesting. Now it is. Well, you did something. Congratulations, you have the medal of not being entirely useless, which I very grudgingly give to you. And another AT gun coming out for the Germans. Geez, both players spooked about what the other person's teching to, but little do they know that each of their opponents are very scared of teching. You think he'll go all the way? Comet's his only one. I mean, the longer you go without spending your fuel on something, the more sense it makes just buy a big fucking tank at the end, because why the hell not? If you're going to buy a lighter tank, just buy it earlier. So, yeah, I mean, maybe we'll wait till Comet. He's certainly got the fuel banked for... I don't think we have a lot of teching, though, on the British side, is what makes me think maybe not... Oh, I lied. We have the company command post set up, so we'll see. That or a Churchill. I don't know. We'll see. These bars gonna beat up this guy. Yeah, bars are real good. Or not bars. Sorry, Brens. Brens are real good. Bars are fun too. Here we go. Another 100 munitions dropped. What's gonna happen? Oh, that actually killed 2 people. I feel like those cluster explosions don't, like, do anything usually. That time it killed someone. 2 people. Oh, here we go. We are, so that's surprising. We're just going for a Cromwell. I mean, it's not super surprising. But still, look, 125 fuel in the bank means that we could have gotten much more than a Cromwell. We would have had to upgrade hammer or anvil tactics. But I don't know. I guess the idea is, look, I haven't seen any... So there's something... What counts towards buying a big fuck-off heavy tank is that the British player has been banking so much fuel, but what counts against it is that the German player has been doing the same thing. So when you don't see your opponent commit to something, it can be scary to buy anything expensive, especially a big tank. Because, like, what if your opponent has been building all the way to something that's just going to counter your tank, and then it's like, oh, this was... oh no, I made a mistake. So it can make sense to be cautious if your opponent's being cautious like this. Wait until they tip their hand. Or force them to tech to something in response to your lighter tank that you build. Or your lighter tech that you build, whatever it happens to be. Resilient Church does not care about infantry sport guns. And here we go, it's the Cromwell. And in its opening shot, it whiffs. It misses. Would have been nice to wipe a squad. It's just going to hit these fences. These walls. Scared to drive forward? I guess rightly so. There turned out to be 2 Rickettons, but yeah, it's just gonna keep shooting these walls. Yep, 100%. I guess the walls are gone now, but it's 100% just gonna keep hitting stones, and its last shot wipes out some more stones until the Rickettons push it back, right? Why did that Ricketton shoot at the gravestone? Shoot the tank. Whoa, don't drive forward. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is your plan? This can't be the play. This is not the what. This is a fucking repeat of what we saw in the last game. What is happening? Why is this not shooting? Okay, it's shooting now. Okay, well, I can't fucking take it. Advanced pro gameplay says God is an astronaut. Yeah, well, fuck me. This is like the highest ranked game, right? And these guys are good. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure I've seen these names before and they're good. And they've been playing alright so far, right? I'm not insane. Someone look up their names on CoH2.org's ladder and make sure they're both awful, to be honest. Well, I mean, do you mean awful like I've been watching them and they're terrible? Awful like I know them and they're pros, but I think they're like really bad pros? Or awful like I check their rank? Especially OKW is abysmal. Someone look him up on the ladder. I guess we can be suspicious because Markov got artillery regiment. He was just destroying the wall so the next time he wipes the squad. Yeah, very forward thinking. But the thing is, next time, they're gonna use a different wall. I guess if they use this wall and they're on the side, it doesn't really matter. So what is this? Nearby artillery battery fire flares periodically over enemy frontline territory, revealing the area. I guess it's over now. Strange. Yeah, this is bad. Maybe these players are bad. you don't fucking blob like this. Like this is not good. And oh look, artillery support Sexton. Okay, no, they're terrible, I think. I guess actually, to be 100% honest, Sexton is a very good buy right now. For instance, it just killed a church. But yeah, with the shit the German player has right now, Sexton is 100% the thing to purchase. Especially if you've already got an AT gun and you throw away your fucking tank. I don't know. I'm checking, I'm gonna click this button, and I'm gonna open up CoH2.org. I'm gonna check the fucking ladder, because I swear these guys are good. I don't swear. I mean, if we're just going by how they're playing, they're not good. But it may be an anomaly. Something's happening. This squad could get real hurt, actually. This might be a chance to pick up a Bren squad. Maybe pick up a Bren, too. Oh, they're retreating, so that's good. They're getting out. They're fine. Panzer IV is almost built, so that'll be a switch in the dynamic of the game. I don't know why I was losing words. Where is the... Oh, Jesus! This Sexton is doing work. Was that even the Sexton? I think that was just the off-map, or technically the on-map. Maybe the Sexton wasn't even firing. It hasn't recharged yet. Man, don't get in buildings when your opponent's got fucking artillery all over. Okay, back to the thing. We're looking at Nicholas. Where's the Sexton firing? Oh, down there. Interesting. Okay, Nicholas is ranked 44th on OKW. They're good players. That's they're maybe not playing at their best right now, but yeah, these guys know what they're doing. Nicholas is God's an astronaut. Never heard of Markov. That's in base already. Ample upgrade. Great. Yeah. Oh boy, AT guns firing at the Panzer IV. So let's see if this second player throws away the tank. Oof, down to half health. They do not fuck with a 6-pounder. This knows how to bring it, and it brought it. I'm pretty sure I've seen Nicholas versus Von Ivan a couple times. Yeah, Nicholas fine. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Markov picked a weird doctrine, and I'm excited to see this extend for, I think, the first time in my entire life. Relatively confident that's what's up. It looks like a priest from the original Cup to Heroes. Anyone remember that? Is the Sexton a priest? Google, is a Sexton a priest? The gun looks longer. But maybe it's the same shit, different name. I don't know about this when your opponent's got artillery. Keeping them close together, even if they're cloaked. 6-pounder is a better pack clone with more accuracy, just no stun shot. The most important thing about the 6-pounder, it's got an accent. No, it doesn't. I'm clicking on it and it's not saying anything. It's got no voice lines recorded. Relic, what the fuck? Okay, we're turning on Fog of War now, so we can find out what this does. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, look, it flared over here. Great. Great. You really needed that. Oh, it's flaring over here. Actually, this is super helpful. Whoa, this is good. Whoa, this is nice. This is actually not a bad ability. Seems like. This is some nice sight, especially for the Sexton. I take back with things. Boom! That's a shot. Up to 5 kills. Yeah, I take back some of the bad stuff. That's not worthless. That lets you see a lot. You can see everything, like Patrick Stewart in that extra skit. Was the vet on the Sexton? Unlocks creeping barrage, minus 40% barrage recharge, plus 33% barrage range. Great, Relic really went all out with those veterancy things. I guess veterancy doesn't have to be cool stuff. Oh boy. Oh boy, here's a show. There's a rather splendid boom!
The enemy destroyed a vehicle.
The enemy destroyed a vehicle. Really now? How can you tell? That was exciting. I liked that. Wrecked indeed, says a sound of destruction. And then they're like, run away, we got it, we got it. We got the shit we came for. And that turns out actually to be bad timing, because there's another Cromwell here, so it would be very good to have Raketans in the middle. But I guess the German doesn't care a lot, because there's not a lot of German stuff in the middle. Since when is tier 4 here? Jesus, how'd you get that up? Against artillery, that's going to be tough to keep alive, but on the plus side, the Sexton just bit it. What has the Panzer IV been doing? By the way, that Panzer IV's been out for so long, I think it's just been chasing infantry away from the left, which is not a bad use of it. Ooh, squish some people. Yeah, fucking crush some motherfuckers! That's 2 crushed already. Another 3 crushed. It turns out there's an AT gun and a tank here, so this is something bad. It's got to blitz its way out. But it doesn't have blitz, so... Oh! Classic bait! Classic bait! Master bait right there. Master bait, my friends. Oh, it bounces. But still, master bait. And... boom! See, you motherfuckers saying these players aren't any good. That was some textbook baiting. So good. God is an astronaut. I kind of forgot about it, about the Panzer IV. Well, that's your explanation, but now you remembered, and you did some work. That was so good. So now the German is totally in this. The UK player has thrown away 2 Cromwells. Well, threw away 1 Cromwell and lost another Cromwell. We can't call that being thrown away. They lost their fucking Sexton, and that means the German player can come in and potentially wreck some face. A lot of the German player is tied down in these effectively worthless infantry support guns and the Kempwerfers and the machine guns, but still, now's the chance. The Panzer IV can protect the left while you cap, and maybe even be repaired. So this is a... what? There's another Sexton? Why did nobody tell me about this? Why was I not informed? Now it can kill tier 4. What's it gonna shoot? Oh, it's still recharging. I was excited. And then I wasn't. Creeping barrage. So now the German player has the map control, and the question is, how do they try to hold it in the face of what turns out to be more artillery? The German player can't really know that. Oh, I guess the German player can know this because it fired once already. Oh boy, here we go. Early warning. Turn on the fog of war. And now the Sexton's going to get some targets, right? Nice flares. Nice flares. Getting some... oh, nice. Wait, no. I just clicked the wrong person. No, still, this is good. These flares spot these Volksgrenadiers sneaking around. They don't spot the Panzer IV, so that's there. How does it decide where to shoot the flares? It seems very random. Maybe there's some pattern we'll someday discover. But, okay, well, the 6-pounder is positioned. Oh, here we go. Whoa, Jesus, this could get ugly. It doesn't know there's a bunch of clone shit here. Is this gonna get blown up before it finishes barrage? Oh, I think not. I think it's gonna get... well, oh, it stops. It drives away and still keeps shooting. Very, very strange. Hitting near some people. Panzer IV is probably gonna finish it off. German player doesn't have the infantry to assault this because there's a huge fucking blob. Does the German player have any artillery? No, there's no artillery the German player can do. Whoa, the blob is on the move. It was chasing the Sturm Pioneers. What's happening? This is insane. There's a fucking... Vickers saving the day from these folks. There's the end of the second Sexton, so now the German has almost, my lord, a tanksman. Oh yes, crush him! Oh, okay, well, only crushed one. Could have been better, could have been worse. Uh-oh. Here's the other Panzer IV. Yes, crush him! Crush, 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 crush. Do it. Oh, there's one. And I think the machine gun on top killed another. Okay, the AT gun is dead. That's GG, right? Now the German wins? Yeah, now the German wins. So that was a fun game. Maybe not the best play by both players, but I'll forgive them all because when the game ended, this thing was shattering, and that looks pretty boss. I think you'll have to agree with me. No snare Brits, sound of destruction. Yeah, you can just drive into all these fucking infantry, and you don't have to worry about getting AT grenaded unless they've got the tank hunters. And they don't. So that was an exciting game, I guess. That was... maybe excitement's not the word for it. That was a game I'm glad I watched.